as I say, the mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as a support or a justification of said reality.
So we know how that part can go, right? I know they're going to be hard pressed to find people to sit on that jury. Now, I would say eventually they will, but I mean, you know, if anyone's ever done jury duty or know anyone who's done jury duty or know some of the things that go into being assigned jury duty, you know, they meet with each potential juror and they ask them questions and stuff like that to see, you know, whether they are suited to be on the jury. And the only way that I see that kind of like happening sooner rather than later is if somehow or another they come across, you know, people who truly don't like Thug and whoever else, the few that's that refuse to plead deals, because there are some that's part of the crew that refuse and they say no, we just gonna take it all the way. Unless you find some people that can like hide that hate for them, you know, it's gonna be tough because there's gonna be a lot of people up there, you know. Man, I've been rocking with Thug since I'm a stoner. You know, they gonna be loving Thug. You know, so it's like, and, you know, and plus some people don't want to just be tied to that. Like, so I'm like, just going back to what possibly the reputations is and stuff like that. A lot of people don't want to be, you know, a part of it. Like, a lot of people don't want to do jury duty in general, right? But, you know, for such a big case, that's, it's a, for where we at right now, you know, it's gonna take them a minute to get that ball rolling. I don't know if there's ever a situation where they can't ever get one to be a jury and they got to go outside. I don't even know what that is. So that's the thing I don't know. So what I do know is that, you know, a lot of people is going to be making their way out of that jury. You know, they're going to show purposely, maybe indirectly, purposely, whatever. They're going to show bias to which then they can't sit in. Now what happens, how many people do they go through? I don't know. That's part I don't know. How much, how long, how, you know, if it's until we get them, we keep going, which I think that's probably how it is, because as long as they can have your ass sitting in jail, they probably can do that. At any rate, once all these people get to that space where it's, starting to make this money, you're trying to separate, you know, the streets and the money on the air. Well, man, when you got this money, you're supposed to be able to. From what I've seen, it's not that simple. And when I say what I'm saying, I'm not talking about me talking about millionaires. I'm talking about regular people, you know. Yes, you know, I know of people who, you know, who have criminal records who then went and got, you know, jobs, decent paying jobs, and somewhere another line, you know, they may want more, or so they dabble back what they was doing, or sometimes, you know, some of the people they stay out the way a little bit, but you know, when they do come outside, you know, it's almost a moment for anything that can happen, and once those things happen, they can get back in that mode. But one way or another, if you in that situation, it's a lot of yes, your honors, no, your honors, yes, your honors. To close this out, possibly, right? We had another part of that, and so you know, one of the YSL co-founders was doing an interview, and was, you know, mentioning that the DA who's, you know, prosecuting YSL currently was his defense lawyer. I'm like, whoa, it's big. Wow. You know, there's a video attached to it. I didn't, you know, it was a video of the video, so you didn't hear what was going on in the courtroom, how that was or whatnot. And yeah, I think that was her. It looked like her. I don't know whether it was her or not. You know, I didn't study it to try to prove or unprove. You know, that don't really care. You know, but what I will say to that is that's definitely an interesting development or interesting theory. Because I'm not sure exactly how far that goes because I haven't seen anything else of it, which leads me to say, okay, maybe I do want to. So I did a little bit, just a little bit, not no super. Or I need to go in depth and try to figure out whether it's real because I still ain't trying to figure out whether it's real or not. I just went to some of the simple route. Wikipedia. So I put her name in there. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, understand, I don't have all the understandings of how the judicial system works. But it said that, I think her name is Fannie Willis, said she was working for the DA for 16 years. And then she got her position, I believe, in 2021 or 2020 as the, big dog. So it says 16 years. Now, everyone knows Wiki, me or you or, a child could edit, I guess, Wiki as it works. That's the word, so Wiki is not always the final truth of the source or whatnot. But that's what it said. It said 16 years. So I'm just like, okay, so, I know that when people go to law school, people, when they come out, everybody's not coming out as the big, tough, big dog, rich, money-making lawyer. They all gotta find their way as far as making their way through the ranks. So typically, we meet a lot of them when we go to a regular court, and they're public defenders. And so a lot of people start off that way. So I'm like, there's a possibility that she did defend him. If that video is over 16 years ago, I believe, according to Wikipedia, right? So if that video is over 16 years ago, it's possible. Because people are like, oh, ain't that a conflict of interest? That means she knew all the stuff and how she was just. I'm like, no, they got proof she was defending this dude, last year or something like that. Maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe, but 17 plus years ago, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure how long YSL has been a thing. I'm not that sure, but I would say for the things that is being presented, I don't think it's going back that far. The situations with YFN, Lucci, and things of that nature, and his partner getting killed. Those are things that aren't 17, 20 years old. Because I want to say what Thug came out. Thug came out as far as music wise. I guess that's for all of us to find out. I don't want nobody. Oh, he's been rapping since 1991 when he was 1, which I don't know if he's actually 30 or 30 something, whatever. At any rate, I would say that was somewhere around with 2012, I believe, when I'm thinking, I don't know, somewhere around time. So that puts us at a 10-year mark that Thug's pretty much been out. So yeah, YSL probably could have been, out as a gang, right? YSL was probably around then, prior to that. So 16 years ago, YSL probably was around. He didn't really. I don't know if they gave details about what that particular crime that he was in for, or whatever the case was. And was it that prosecutor going at YSL, or were they just going at him? But yeah, that's an interesting theory right there. That, you know, if she did represent him, you know, you can go into different things. I want my partners asking, and I was like, as long as there's no violation of code of ethics, you know. If she defended him 20 years ago, I'm quite sure that happens a lot. You know, some people want to stay defense attorneys, you know, forever, and some people, you know, will go for an opportunity to be a prosecutor. It's just the way the world is. I mean, as far as, you know, the lawyers and stuff like that. But I'm in this with this, and anybody, y'all can tell me. I don't know, don't care. Anyway, put that out there. If anybody got answers to this, just let me know. I ain't insinuating nothing, speculating nothing. You one of the co-founders of YSL. How many YSL folk are not part of that R.I.C.O Act? I know it's ways that people don't get caught up in those things, you know, it happens. But I mean, as a co-founder, how is he not in the cell next to Thug? I don't know, you know, don't care. Like I said, I ain't insinuating nothing, I ain't speculating nothing. I don't know, because sometimes, you know, the way these R.I.C.O acts work, you know, they get the people they can get. They can't always get everybody. But you know, is his time coming later? I don't know. We don't know that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you know, BMF, you know, they got them separately. They didn't, you know, on different shits, but ultimately for what's going on, right? So this is what I wonder. I'm like co-founder, you know, AKA one of the big dogs. So I wonder where he was at when all this stuff that Gunner was saying was going on. You know, as people were saying, you know, the crimes that he witnessed on behalf and the further continuance of YSL. Where was little buddy at? Anyway, that's all I got. As always, if you like what you see, like what you hear, got opinion, thought. If you hate it, if you want to, you know, question things, hit me up in the comments. It's cool, you know. Subscribe, hit that bell notification, like, dislike, tell a friend, to tell a friend, repost, share, play it for the pastor at church, whomever. Humble City Real. Catch y'all later.